Secretary of State Antony Blinken has wrapped up a two-day visit to Ukraine. During a press conference with the Ukrainian Minister of Foreign Affairs, he reaffirmed the U.S. support for its ally with this announcement.
We have, of course, the supplemental, and the assistance from the supplemental is on its way. In fact, some of it's already been delivered. But today I want to add to that by announcing that we will provide an additional $2 billion in foreign military financing for Ukraine.
We appreciate the sincere commitment of the United States to compensate deliveries, delays in deliveries with new announcements and new deliveries. And this is why I so much emphasized the issue of timing.
This announcement comes as Russian troops press a new offensive in Ukraine's Kharkiv region. This was a scene in one neighborhood after it was hit by Russian missiles. Ukrainian authorities are working to evacuate all residents in the region. And for more, let's bring in Peter Zalmayev. He is a political scientist and director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative, and he is currently in Kyiv. Thank you so much for joining us, Peter. First, your reaction to the additional $2 billion in military aid. And why is that really important now?
Well, it is very important because obviously Russia is trying to gain the upper hand here in the east, especially in the Kharkiv area, after the Congress prevaricating and vacillating for 6 months. Now that the Western weapons are starting to flow into Ukraine again, Putin knows that this window of opportunity is closing, so he's going to try to grab as much land as possible. When it comes to the city of Kharkiv specifically, they probably lack the requisite strength to take that city by storm, by an outright sort of frontal attack, but they are going to try to make it unlivable, essentially, and create tremendous humanitarian catastrophe by making the residents of the city evacuate. It's a city of 1.5 million. So imagine what that will do to the already dire situation, humanitarian, military wise, etc. I mean, I'm speaking to you in a situation of a blackout. We have having rolling blackouts, sort of what we did a year ago, because Russia has been able to strike at our power facilities and knock out a significant portion of our power over the last few months.
Hard to imagine. And Peter, as you know, I mean, Kharkiv is only 13 miles from the Russian border and is being hit continually. I want to play something for you. I want you to listen to this. This is from Secretary Blinken and what he said during a press conference.
We have not encouraged or enabled strikes outside of Ukraine, but ultimately Ukraine has to make decisions for itself about how it's going to conduct this war, a war it's conducting in defense of its freedom, of its sovereignty, of its territorial integrity.
Peter, your thoughts on that? I mean, do you think that sounds like a shift in U.S. policy?
I think it's a cautious first step in that direction by the U.S. policy. It's following in the footsteps of Britain. James Cameron, the foreign minister there, came out very strongly and said that Ukraine can use British missiles to strike into Russia's territory as long as it's of military significance. And this is something that the U.S. should have done from the beginning. As it is, Ukraine has been fighting with sort of a handicap, with its, arm tied behind its back, and all it's doing is it's increasing the eventual price that both Ukraine and its Western allies will have to pay to keep Vladimir Putin at bay. This is definitely not a very fair fight. And finally, I think Western allies, and Washington in particular, are coming around Ukraine's position. It has to be able to strike deep inside Russia's territory the way Russia's been doing in Ukraine.
Peter, we are almost out of time, but I have to ask you this. I mean, you are in Ukraine right now. You are seeing all of this firsthand. Who is winning this war? Who do you think is winning it, Russia or Ukraine?
Well, this is, I think it's pretty much tied right now, but basically just going back 2 years and Russia expecting to walk over Kiev in like 3 days, capture Kiev and have Ukraine capitulate. We're in the 3rd year of this war, fighting against the world's 2nd largest army. I think in itself, that's a victory of sorts.
Peter, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We really appreciate it. Be safe.